All right, we are back once again. Welcome back, everyone. So now we've taken a great look at Little Nightmares 1. We kind of learned all the secrets, all the tricks, all the various different methods of going through the maw. But this year, we actually had a brand new release continuing the story, or adding more into the story, I should say, of the Little Nightmares franchise, and that is Little Nightmares 2. And recently, after, I think it came out, what, a month or two ago, roughly? And the speedrun community has absolutely burst through with tons of new tricks, tons of wacky stuff, absolutely bizarre tricks that are really difficult to do and going to be a lot of fun to watch. So anyway, up next, we're going to be having Larxa with Little Nightmares 2. Take it away.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi. Hey, Little Nightmares 2 time. Yeah, this speedrun is pretty different from Little Nightmares 1. The tricks, like the skips in this game, are, yeah, on another level. I'll just put it that way. It's pretty tough, but it's very interesting. There are some very interesting skips in there. So.
Yeah.
All right. Do I start a countdown?
So for time, all you're gonna have to do is count us in. Once you say go, time will begin.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. So gonna make sure I'm wearing a nice hat. Okay, good.
That's the most important part of the run.
Yeah, I chose the bear hat today.
Bear hat is the best.
It
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the bear.
See, I like the bandages. I see them like a mummy, dude.
Yeah,
I swear, I feel like the hats make a difference sometimes.
They do. That's why I have a terrible
There's
time. I
one
use the bandages.
skip that's easier. There's one skip that's easier actually with the bear hat. You sometimes need to check like the head movement from mono when you're doing like some of the skips you need to like look at his head movement, and it like really helps if you're wearing like a hat where you see his head movement properly. Kind of silly. So yeah, stamina works different in this game. Mono doesn't. So Mono is a name of the main character here, and he doesn't get tired like Six does. So you can just keep sprinting, and you like jump 2 times, and then you have to like sprint. If you jump 3 times, then Mono like staggers a bit, you know, because he's like tired. So that's the way stam works in Little Nightmares 2.
So, Larx, a quick question for you. I like to ask this question for a lot of the runners on the show. I know this game is recent, but what got you into running, I guess, both Little Nightmares and Little Nightmares 2? I guess more importantly 2, but just the series in general.
I don't know. I just really like the skips. Like, it seemed like a very nice speedrunning game to like get into. So, because Little Nightmares 1 is actually one of the first games I ever ran. Okay, the skip is like really hard. Oh, there you go. I do that skip with keyboard mouse because like your movement has to be very exact. Doing that with controller is kind of like awkward. But yeah, like first of all, like almost all the games that I run are like horror games. And Little Nightmares 2, Little Nightmares 1 fits perfectly in that category, so... Like, the jump seemed pretty nice and stuff in Little Nightmares 1.
Yeah, this game has a lot of really precise skips compared to the first one. Like, it's very punishing for this game. And what's even worse is that if you miss a skip, it's pretty much a run killer, so it's kind of scary.
Yeah, I made backup saves just in case I get soft locked or something, but it should be fine. Okay, all these jumps are unintended, right? Like that log over there, you normally like throw a shoe in the trap, the log falls down, you jump onto the log, and yeah, jump onto the platform. But we skip all that stuff, of course. there's a bear trap here. Trigger that. Forest pretty scary. There's bear traps everywhere. And I happen to wear a bear hat, so be very careful.
It all makes sense why you use the bear hat now.
Yeah, glad someone found out.
And a skip coming up, probably like the most major skip I'd say. It's actually a lot easier to do with a DLC hat, the gnome hat, because it gives you better aerodynamics.
Yeah, that's true. The gnome hat's pretty good because it's like cone shaped.
Oh, is that a new strat? I haven't ran in a while.
Yeah, definitely.
So is the hat
Nice.
actually pay to win?
It sounds like a debate. Because I've never heard of this either. What the heck?
Okay, this part here is called Here's Mono, as we're gonna axe down the door.
This would traumatize me too. If somebody did this to me.
Yeah, this over here is 6. Yeah, she's very scared right now. When you start playing the game, you normally don't know, unless you played the first one or you paid attention to, you know, what Little Nightmares 2 is about. But some people actually don't know who she is when they first meet her here. Alright, so this stuff is also pretty straightforward, just like jump up here, nice family meal.
Oh, is that actually faster?
I don't know, I've seen some runners do it. I'm not sure actually. Okay, now we gotta wait. And then she's gonna give us a boost.
Yeah, I think the cutest thing about this game is just holding hands at 6. It's so adorable.
Yeah, there's like an achievement for holding hands. It's pretty nice.
It actually
Is it
saves
like-
time too to hold hands in a few spots.
For the achievement, you have to hold her hand for 6 minutes.
6 minutes?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's throughout the course of the game though, I think, not just at once.
That's a lot of hand holding.
Imagine you had to hold it 6 minutes straight.
That's what I thought it was at first.
You're just stuck there, just holding your hand, doing nothing.
Also, I love how 6, like, if you make, like, trick jumps like that you're not supposed to make, technically, 6 just can jump as far as she needs to.
Yep.
It's almost like it's intended.
She does some really insane movements.
So here I'm gonna like try to let go of the handle before I drop down. So I can like put the handle in myself, which is slightly faster. If you drop with the handle, then Mono is like staggered and 6 will do it for you. Which is pretty slow. Come here, key. So in Little Nightmares 1, you always like hold the key in your hands, but Mono can actually put it in his jacket.
He has big pockets.
Yeah. Apparently.
This is the hardest skip in the game. This next upcoming skip.
Yeah, next is shoe skip.
Hey, you
Kenny,
don't like
do you mean,
shoe skip, Kenny?
Yeah, you
Dude,
talk
I
about shoe
can't-
skip, or do you mean the one after that? I'm just thinking about it.
No, this one. This is just. I can't like let go and then hit it. Like see like that. I can't do that.
I mean, if you
love
miss
to
it...
see
Wait, I want to try it. Hold on. Let's see.
You got it.
Oh no.
Also, you're saying this?
No. Hold on.
So, Dist, you're saying?
If you just drop it and then slide into it, it makes it a
That
lot
6
easier.
is
Doing it in like
blocking me.
one fluid motion. Is
Yeah,
quite
it's not
awkward.
gonna work. But
I
yeah,
love the
I've
fact
learned
that
to.
so here, like, you put the shoe against the box, and then you slide against the box, and the box will like go super go super fast, like towards the wall. It'll like glitch
Yeah,
towards the wall.
sometimes it can even glitch out and the box will go like flying up in the
Yeah,
air.
yeah, I've had that too. But yeah, it's
don't wanna
very
add in, though,
tedious. So.
the backup is just pushing the box.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just slow because you have to wait for Six to come and push it with you. That's why.
Okay, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Skip is the hardest skip in the game. Maybe you guys can explain it while I try to get this.
It's hard.
Well,
think
I suppose I could explain it since I'm the one who came up with this madness. Basically, she's going to go into a specific spot here and time. She's launching up into the air and hitting the roof in a way where she's going to be flying to the right, to the end of the level. And more or less, if she does this right, she's going to reload
That
checkpoint and
looks
she should
good,
end up
yeah.
on the beach.
That was
Oh,
first
I think she
try.
got it.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, I think she got it. I
Nice,
think she
first
got it.
try,
Yeah.
Let's go.
Really good.
Let's go.
Like,
Man, I'm so
Larkson made
relieved.
that look so easy. Jesus. For anyone who does not know, that is like you will launch everywhere. You will like. It is so hard to get that trick done. That was first try.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes hours of practice.
Yeah, it's easier than it looks.
The scariest part about that skip is that if you did it wrong by like, I don't know, like pixels, you can spawn completely different. Like there's like
go
4 or
ahead.
3 different locations that you can like do a checkpoint reload and spawn somewhere entirely different. So it is a run killer for sure if you don't have a backup save for it.
Yeah, there's just floating checkpoints in the water, and if you reload at the wrong time, like Kenny said, you just end up in the wrong spot. Oh, did she get it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, she got it.
Also, I want to mention really quick, just as a favor for our tech. Richard, at some point during the run, I think Larks has to close the game. It's intended. The game will not be crashing. She's just closing it later on.
Yeah.
Another cool skip coming up here. It's called TV skip. Just let it speak for itself, I suppose.
Right, so you have to like push the TV, and the moment the TV is angled towards like falling down, you have to make your way to jump on the TV that's coming up. But you have to be really fast there. I usually die there a lot.
This is looking like a PB pace run at this point. This is really
Yeah,
good.
that's good.
I mean, shoe skip was kind of sketchy.
Yeah, that's true. You got Hunter skip first try though. It's definitely possible.
Yeah, so these little animations that Mono is doing with the TV, you just can't skip them. You have to write them out. And so what she's basically doing here is she's pushing a direction to straighten out the TV so Mono can kind of like teleport inside the TV. But that's all RNG. Depending on which direction it chooses, it's all random.
Yeah.
So she has to kind of play around which direction and then find the one that's correct and then stick it.
And sometimes it won't work at all.
Yeah, I've had a run where it just like no matter what direction I chose, it just got stuck, and it didn't push me through. That was unfortunate.
Here we restart checkpoint because it's like slightly faster, and we skip the whole animation of like Six and Mono getting back up. Yeah, in this game, there's a lot of checkpoint abuse. Like, it's insane. How often we're gonna have to reload checkpoint.
I can't wait to get to the school. The school is probably my favorite sections to both play and watch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
school is.
so
Oof.
school is
I'm hoping that's gonna go well. I know all about that.
school is by
School's a
far the
doozy.
hardest part of the run. So
Yeah.
this is where you're gonna see most runners reset. It's just skip after skip after skip. But after the school, things die down a little bit.
Yeah,
It's a
for
bit more
sure.
tame.
Oh God, Lark's like first try on the Zoom.
Let's do it. Fun fact: if Six is on top of the goalpost in the playground, She doesn't know how to get down. For some reason, the devs forgot to program it, so they did a patch where they taught Six how to come down from the goalpost.
I didn't even know that.
It's in the patch notes. It's really funny.
Jeez. Yeah, there's also just nothing much happening here, just straightforward.
But we're coming up to easily the scariest creature.
Yeah, every skip in this
The
game is
entire
honestly the
game.
scariest.
I love the next one. Like, of all like the monster designs across Little Nightmares, I think the upcoming one's my favorite.
Yeah, this is definitely something that I was not expecting.
Have you seen the designs for the one creature that was like scrapped for Little Nightmares 2?
No.
I don't
No.
think so.
Oh, it's really creepy looking. I can't remember what it was called. I think it was a hair cutter.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
I'm gonna look it up. I want to
scissors.
see this. Let me hold on. Let me check it
yeah,
out.
yeah. I think I heard about that. Oh, nice.
Yeah, the jump on the locker there is also not intended, but if you like time it, you can like jump on the locker as it falls down, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, a little minor time saved here and there.
Disc, you have somehow ruined my day. The barber was going to have a giant pair of scissors, and he is so cool. Now I'm sad he's not in the game. Like, God, I love giant pairs of scissors, man.
It's kind of
That's
disturbing.
your
It was
thing.
the barber.
That's your thing.
Now I feel sad. I mean, I still like the teacher, but
So
The
this skip
barber.
here, there's like several ways to do this. I learned this like yesterday. Okay, so bear with me. Get it? Bear with. Okay, sorry. Thought that was kind of funny.
Oh, nice. Yeah, there is like, I don't know, there's so many different strats for that room.
Oh yeah, I've seen like
different
15
ways.
different videos.
Yeah, it's pretty insane, and they're all like very minor like differences in time. They're all
Yeah,
pretty
just technical.
relatively the same. Yeah.
I love this next room. One of you guys want to break down this next room?
Yeah. So intentionally, you're not supposed to be able to destroy these kids like what Larxa just did right now. The game developers assumed that it was going to be a death scene. The moment you made a noise and the kids started running, there was no way you can get out of it. But we were able to kill the 3 children initially, and then the last one somehow gets stuck behind this bookshelf. And it actually breaks the teacher's AI, and it doesn't even chase you. It completely ignores you because
She's
of
just chilling.
yeah, it just breaks the sequence all entirely.
Yeah, they didn't assume you could ever get out of the room, so they never bothered making the teacher work. They did actually patch this glitch. I don't know if it's still possible on current patch, but
You
I
can
don't
break
believe
the
it's-
AI, but you can't do the skip.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I loaded it once, and the teacher just like paused, and I just ran through the room casually.
Around, alright.
And that was on
Yeah,
current.
so we are running in a down patch version because the developers did patch the game and
Yeah.
they did skip, fix a bunch of skips that we use in the run, which is very sad. But
I mean,
Yeah,
they
they're
left the
doing
best
PC
skip in the
stuff.
game. They left the hunter skip. Feels okay, man.
it's true.
It's weird that they let that in.
I think they
knows.
couldn't fix it. That's probably why.
Yeah, I asked the dev about it, and he said he had an idea how to fix it, but he wasn't 100% sure.
So I'm never sure. How do you do this room quickly?
You have to get a really good jump across the middle where you don't climb. If you climb at all, then she'll notice you.
Yeah.
That
There's
makes a
a-
You
lot
just
of
have to be
sense.
fast enough.
There's an alternate way where when you fall, you can break the bottles, and for whatever reason, she doesn't aggro.
Yeah, you break the bottles in a way where they don't fall down beneath her, where she's standing. So yeah, she never notices you, but that's a little slower, and I can never really get it consistent either.
No.
I think it's a myth.
Wait. I wanna try that skip for the chat.
Yeah, give it a retry.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a really cool skip.
I really like the skip.
Yeah, normally you have to go down and move the ladder to the side, but with some precise platforming, you can actually just walk along the top of the bookshelves, and just skip the ladder completely. It saves like 10 seconds or so.
Nice.
I also want to mention, I'm pretty sure a large amount of your estimate was dedicated to Hunter Skip, and you got that first try.
Yeah.
So you have a large estimate to work with, yeah.
Oh, oops.
That's alright.
Should be okay.
Yeah, it should be.
I landed a bit too high up there, but it's fine. Okay, this is also a new strat that I learned recently, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, it's actually faster to reload here because otherwise you have to wait for her to just sit around for like 10 seconds before she walks out.
Might be a bit
And if
too
you're
slow.
wondering if you can open the door before she goes in, there's actually a giant invis wall. So there's no way to do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of invisible walls in this game, which I think the devs just knew we were gonna break the game. So they implemented those walls.
That's a super jump right there.
Yeah.
So this game has a lot of super jumps. I'm not sure what causes them, but there's like some spots on like the floor and objects where if you jump off it at a certain angle at a sprinting speed, you jump like 2-3 times as far as usual. It's crazy. There's like a lot of those.
I think it happens because Mono has really strong legs.
I really don't understand the super jumps though. I thought they were initially in the game to assist Six with like her jumps so she doesn't fall to her death, but there's certain spots you could do it where Six isn't even around, so.
I think
Yeah,
it's
I think it's
more,
like a. I
yeah.
think it feels like a leftover from Little Nightmares 1 because in Little Nightmares 1, like Six has these like she gets like gravitated towards certain objects, and so it feels like in this one, like for example, this one right here, like when Mono tries to like jump towards the projector screen, like it just gives you a super jump as well.
The reason
Yeah,
I would
don't
probably
remember that.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say the reason I probably think it is a thing is just because as a game, I know especially the ones that happen later with the beds and the one that happens whenever you leap towards Six, it wouldn't be very rewarding if you miss those. And story-wise, you're kind of just moving with Six anyway, so they probably just assume, hey, you can make these jumps.
Yeah, that
maybe.
definitely makes sense for sure.
But the one that Larksa just did with the bookshelf, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was pretty random.
Also, I guess this is just a side question because how was the Hunter Skip found?
Well, in the demo, it was used mainly. So the demo, you pretty much just ran to this like hole, and then the game ended. So it was initially used in the demo, and then it kind of evolved over time. Actually, let's focus on this because there's a really tough part coming up here.
Maybe talk more about the Hunter Skip later. I know you're.
Yeah, so this is like the
very
second
scary.
hardest skip in the game. I'm gonna try my best to get it because I think it'd be really cool to show off, but yeah, it's really tough. I practice this for hours and oof.
Yeah, well, we'll give Larksa
Quiet
focus
time.
time.
So the first part to the skip is you need to launch off the bully's head. After that, you need to run through the cafeteria, not get caught, not get stuck, and then you have to run through a devilish hallway. It's even 10 times worse.
Yeah. For people who don't know how this section works, normally there's a ladle that you pick up, and you can kill the 4 enemies here, and you gotta walk through really slowly, but this saves around 35 seconds, so hopefully she can get it here.
Oh no, I'm gonna get stuck up there. Oh, no, I'm fine.
Children are very.
Nice.
It's really easy to get
See?
stuck there.
All right. Second part. This is. You got this.
All right. Looks
Nice.
Great
Let's go.
job.
We did it. Yeah,
The
that
meanest-
skip is not easy. It's these children's are these children are just the worst. Like they can get you stuck. They can somehow teleport you. It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, when I first started doing the skip and runs, my heart rate always went so high.
Yeah.
It's just it's so scary.
Oh,
The
so it's
worst
like
part
here.
has to be. Oh, good.
Oh, right. I want to explain the skip. So this
Go for
jar
it.
here, it cannot trigger the button. We actually have to break this jar and pick up an invisible jar. But it's very tedious. Like there you go. Okay, look, I have a jar.
Invisible chair.
All right,
He's a mime.
there you go.
I don't even know how people found this game.
It makes
this
no
doesn't make
sense.
sense to me. It makes no sense.
Yeah, with that.
So-
I was gonna say with the cafeteria room really quick. The worst part about that room is one failure puts you back at the beginning. There's no checkpoint in the middle of all that.
Yeah. So this room, the teacher kind of has to go to like 2 or 3 different checkpoints here. Like, so she has to like visit these little parts of the table. But you can actually aggro her pretty early, and she kind of gets stuck behind the door. And if you do it twice, then she kind of skips the first 2 animations and just goes straight to the door. Nice. All right, time to get some revenge.
And now is hammer time. This next part.
This part's not too bad. Hopefully she'll get it first try. The combat in this game is a little janky,
Yeah,
but with
yeah.
a bit of practice,
So,
you can get it.
This girl right here, the student, I get killed by her like way too. Oh, thank goodness. Way too often.
Yeah, there's a really good chance that you can just bonk on the locker instead of actually like smashing her. And if you bonk the locker, it's pretty much over. Nice job.
That one is always very
And one
important.
question is, why do all these children have bowl cuts?
It's just it's time.
Yeah, bowl cuts are in a lot of games. It's
It looks like
popular.
Mandark.
I'm assuming it's because it's supposed to be neat. Like this whole school is like strict, and so they all have to have like a very strict, you know, look to it.
Also, wait, which other games have bowl cuts?
Witcher 3,
Really?
Dark Souls, Demons, all the Souls games.
All the Souls games.
Also, I want to point out these urinals are way too high for these kids.
Yeah. I mean,
I,
the weird
I
thing
never
is the
noticed that
sink-
actually.
Like, look at the sink. The sink is like at the normal human height, and then the urinals are like really low. It makes no sense. Very strange.
I'm assuming these children can't use them because they're made out of clay.
They do a handstand.
Oh god.
Yeah, no time.
Nice.
Okay, so now I need to jump together with sticks to make the piano fall down. Come here. Come on. He doesn't want. Wow, perfectly synchronized. Okay, more checkpoint abuse. There you go. You want to reset this bully's AI, the bully behind the wall here, because she is always triggered by the piano falling. But if you reset checkpoint, she is like idle again. So
Yeah, I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do here, actually, because yeah, if you don't reload checkpoints, she'll just kill you when you drop into the area. Maybe you're supposed to wait casually.
there you go. You know,
Nice.
pick up the key.
Another pretty cool strat coming up here. If she does this correctly, she can use the bully's head to boost up onto this cabinet. Normally, you have to wait for 6 or yourself to kill this bully. We'll see how it goes.
I jumped a bit too late there.
The checkpoint's super close, so retrying here is pretty quick at least.
There you go.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
So I always stand on this book here because otherwise she gets stuck sometimes and it's really annoying.
Yeah, you can soft lock there if you're really unlucky. She'll just get stuck. She'll keep trying to jump and miss, and she goes up.
Yeah, this is the part where I think
She's
it's
like-
easier with a different hat. I'm not even joking. But the way the skip works is you have to jump the moment Mono looks to the right. And I think it's easy when he's wearing like the... Oh no, my character's like stuck. When he's wearing like the bear hat.
You just smashed her.
Oh no. Please.
Chat, Six died.
We get stuck in the box.
Six just got smushed. Oh god.
She'll be alright.
I didn't know that happened.
Oh, that can definitely.
Yeah, this is really
It's so
annoying. My
scary.
character is like glitching out. But it's gonna stop later, so...
I've never seen this glitch.
Yeah,
I think you need to press S,
oh.
or just press WASD.
Here I always reload
Yeah, the game has
checkpoints.
issues. Go ahead.
Like the piano cycle, it's like a certain length that she plays piano. So you can only move when she's like playing piano, right? So you want to do this really fast before she stops playing, basically. But
Yeah, this is my favorite scene that's coming up.
Yeah.
Everyone's.
Yeah.
I think is
You don't
Chat
spoil
will
it
get
just
a-
yet, but...
yeah. Chat will get a thrill from this.
nice.
Also, I saw as well, people were asking, is this live? The run is live. This is all happening live. However, chat is pre-recorded.
Ah! Oh no! Run, Six, run!
Oh boy.
And also, what's really funny, I think it was Nico, he was playing around with the node clip. When she is putting her head through, she's actually just T-posing outside of the vent.
It's fitting.
Yeah, there's a few funny glitches you can do.
Bye! Well, we're past the hardest part of the run, I'd say. I mean, there's still like some tough skips coming up, but school is definitely like nerve-wracking. Oh god.
Yeah, the one thing that I'm a little bit disappointed, which is also kind of a spoiler, is that she's the only one that kind of gets to survive. Feature.
I'm gonna try a new strat here. If Six is stuck, so there's an invis wall here and here. If she's stuck, she's gonna speed up and catch up to me if I did it correctly. Yeah, I did it correctly. There you go.
Oh yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, normally you have to reload here because Six just decides to take her sweet time crossing the bridge. But yeah, if you get that, she just flies across it, as you can see.
She just trying her best.
It's okay, she's cute. It's fine.
But she's also
I
cold.
love Six. Yeah. I think everyone doesn't realize, like, I think you wouldn't realize that that's Six until, soon right after here. Because in the first game, you only recognize her because of one object. It's because of what she's wearing. But in this one, you didn't really know that until right about now.
And there's
So
another
this is
skip here
a-
too.
Yeah, there's another super launch here, super jump. There you go.
Woo!
Oh, nice. This run's been
Yeah,
really
whenever
good
you-
so far, honestly.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's gonna PP.
Yeah, whenever you see like these lines, like these areas that have white chalk on it, it's supposed to indicate that you're supposed to use Six to boost on them. But a lot of them have like these super jumps, so you can just super jump it.
You say white chalk?
Yeah, there's like a white chalk on the
Yeah,
areas.
like on the container
must be-
there.
Oh yeah,
Like-
yeah.
like the door handles and that little trash can right there.
I never even noticed. I thought that was just like lighting or something. I don't know.
Alright, next up is the hospital. Where the main
Yeah, so
enemy...
hospital starts off a bit slow, but it
Yeah.
definitely picks up in the speed run after a little bit. After she quits out, which will be in like a minute or two.
Like being Pepe. There you go.
Just missing the window
Yeah.
by an inch.
Whenever you're touching the wall with Mono just refuses to
Yeah,
climb
that's the weird
anything.
thing. Like, if you're too close to a wall and you jump, Mono decides to face the other way. And it's very frustrating because in Little Nightmares 1, she doesn't do, like, 6 doesn't do that. But Mono, like, loves doing that. Horrible.
Yeah, there's a few spots where it's actually very dangerous if you jump at the wrong spot. Just because of that, it'll just turn you and then all of a sudden you're dead because you can't grab something.
There's a lot of super jumps here. I'm gonna try and get them. There's one here. Then there's one right here. And there's one at the edge of the bed. And then one right here. And then the pillow. There you go.
Nice. Yeah, you'll know if you get it if you kind of beat 6 from getting up here, because normally you can't beat 6. She always makes it up here first.
In my first playthrough, the first jump on the rope, 6 actually just fell straight down. She
Same,
didn't
yeah.
grab it.
Same. She just like missed the rope. So strange.
Yeah, there's a few spots where you can do that. We might see it towards the end.
So who wants the pleasure of explaining
Ooh, the fuse
the
dude.
next major
guess
skip?
I could.
Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, she's basically just gonna be running here for a little bit, but coming up, she's gonna be entering the main section of the hospital, where there's these 2 fuses that you need to put in to activate an elevator, and she's gonna basically be quitting out because we don't really know how it works, but if you reset the game from a fresh state, you can glitch one of the fuses into spawning into the main hub, which will allow us to like save. I don't even know. It's like 5 to 10 minutes. It's massive.
Yeah, it's a big time
But,
save.
yeah, hopefully it'll work. I believe it's pretty much like 100% consistent. Sometimes I've seen it not work for some people, but should be okay.
I do have a backup
Worst case
save just in
scenario.
case.
Yeah.
It's 100% -1.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only reason why we were able to find this or even figure this out is because during some people's playthrough, it happened by chance. Like, for some reason, during their first playthrough, like, this fuse came out of nowhere, and it was just destroying our minds. Like, we were trying to replicate it and just didn't understand how it works.
Yeah,
And
it took us
finally
about a
someone
week to
did it.
figure it out.
But it does save a lot. Like, it saves a huge... Another reason why it saves is because normally, like, you skip the left side of the hospital, and you also skip the right side because there are only a few objects in this particular area that can break glass.
Alright, do not be alarmed.
And,
This is a strat. I need to exit to
yeah.
desktop.
I can't
Runs
believe
over.
the
Oh, no,
game
the run is
crashed.
dead, no.
It crashed! It
Oh.
crashed!
Can't believe it. Also, reset the Discord stream
Yeah, you might have to
Oh,
reset
yeah,
that.
no
because we're
problem.
not gonna be able to watch you otherwise.
Let's... Alright, work.
I love this strategy. Just turn off the whole game. Also, since it's
There is a-
normally
oh, go
in-game time based, you don't really run into issues of losing time at all during this. So
There
Yeah,
is a
we
way
use
to do
load
this
remover,
without...
so.
Yeah, there is a way to do this without having to quit the game, but that means that you would have to clean out the entire game file. And,
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, there is a way to do it if you clear out the entire game file.
What, like the
But-
save data?
Yeah, everything. Everything.
Oh,
Like
okay.
starting a game from fresh, basically.
Yeah, I guess that's a bit of a pain.
You know what I love here? That Styx decides to grab like like one of those stories. I think it's
Yeah.
really funny.
Do She wants to help.
He just wants to fit in.
Yeah.
Like when she grabs the donkey.
She always grabs the duck. For me, at least.
I wonder if you can like manipulate it. Random.
I think there is a way to manipulate it, but I didn't care enough to.
Yeah, it doesn't
Find
matter
out.
anyways. It doesn't save time. It's just I like the donkeys. It's squealing.
I think you're holding the monkey now.
But yeah, the intended strat is to like look through the X-ray to figure out which item has the key. And it's really cute because Six does like these poses and like she kind of like does really cute things. It's really funny.
Yeah, that part is.
Thank
I love
God
that
the
part.
devs did not randomize the keys, because oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been horrible. PRNG.
It's like you have to go back and forth just to look for it.
Well, the best strategy just becomes well, just take every stuffed animal, put it in the elevator, and there you go.
And now the fuse dupe is coming up.
Yeah, so she's gonna go to the main menu after this sequence here.
Yeah, so she's running to the left here, which actually loads in the electric room, which is where this fuse is located. And for some reason, running over there and then running back to hit the checkpoint just causes the game to think that you've already completed the left section.
Thank God.
And yeah, the fuse should just be right there.
Yep, it's right here. Yes.
Yeah,
It's
it
an
makes
incredible skip.
No sense at all, but it's great.
What is?
Yeah, it's
Six
really
doing?
crazy how impactful it is, because now that she has this fuse, she can do this section in an unintended way as well by breaking this glass. Normally you would have to break it from the other side,
I'm gonna throw
but
this
she
one
can just
away.
go straight through.
There you go.
Yeah, so one scary part, the reason why she threw that fuse away is because if she was to accidentally bring the one that she threw away back to the load room and to the main hub, this whole thing doesn't work. She would have to, there's two chances. One, both fuses are gone, which has happened to me once.
Oh goodness, really?
And second is that she just has to do this sequence again. So it's safer to just throw this fuse away so you know you're picking up the right one.
Usually just wing it, but now for the marathon run, I decide to play it safe.
Yeah,
You have
there's a
plenty
good
of time.
setup for it. But
Yeah, I haven't really practiced that part. I just like do whatever. Can I get lucky? Or unlucky?
Yeah.
Two magic.
I did whatever on that part for a while until I got so confused and then I grabbed the wrong fuse and
Oh, no.
lost my round.
I started to like realize once like when I brought the wrong one. It's
What am I
like, the
doing?
heck?
I can just
There's
pull it.
also
I was
a
like,
chance that
why
the
is Six
trick
not
might just
boosting me?
doesn't
Oh wait, I can just pull that lever. What's wrong with me?
It doesn't have the white chalk, remember. But yeah, there is a chance that the checkpoint won't load, so you have to do it. You have to like go back and grab the fuse. I think it happened to me during the race actually last Saturday.
Yeah, I had it happen 2 runs in a row before. It does seem pretty rare though, at least. So, pretty fun section coming up here. Well, a lot of runners dislike this part. It's kind of cool because there's like some optimizations you can make. It's another combat section.
Yeah, this section is can be very frustrating because of
Yeah,
the
so-
auto aim.
If she does this right, she can get a double hit on the first hand that jumps out, which actually saves quite a bit of time, but let's see if she can do it.
Okay, so first, I'm gonna grab the plank. For this break, then I'm gonna grab pipe, wait for the hands, hand appears. Nope, auto aim to the plank. So you see, I aimed up there to the hands, but Monos will sometimes like auto target the planks for no reason at all. Kind of strange. But I did get that hand. That's pretty nice. That's good. But it's still fine.
Yeah, what's scary about this fight is that if you like you know, you get grabbed, you have to do this whole sequence again, and it's a very long time loss. It's a really,
You
really
flew.
bad one.
Yeah, that was not bad. But...
So now that you kill all the hands, are you going to give 6 a hand?
Oh, please.
Ah. So everyone's favorite butt.
Yeah.
This is the doctor. And this is actually Larxa's strat. She's the one that found this out. And thank goodness, because it's such a good one.
Yeah, it's the best strat in the game.
So what she's gonna do is she's gonna jump into this hole.
Oh.
Oh, that might not.
It's
Oh, that worked.
Still
That
okay.
worked. Yeah, so if she jumps and triggers his reaction and immediately goes into the hole, for some reason it breaks the doctor's AI and it kind of like puts him in a stuck position. And so she can freely go through this room, activate this button, and just immediately run away without even having to deal with him at all, which is a big, big save.
He doesn't actually get stuck. He just decides to look around the
Yeah,
room
and
for like
scratch
20
his head.
seconds, and then he comes.
Look at him.
And then he comes inside. Luckily, that's
Yeah.
enough time to get the block.
Alright. Restart checkpoints.
Yeah, it's great.
We want to restart checkpoint here because otherwise 6 like never shows up and you're like stuck. Ah, nice, I got it.
So this is a pretty,
Nice.
yeah, that's good. That's a pretty interesting fall. So I think intended, like you're supposed to die from that fall, even if
Yeah,
you
for
grab
sure.
it.
Yeah, they
If
they
fixed
patched
it,
this.
You die there.
Yeah, they fixed it. Yeah, yeah. But for some reason, we're able to just like land safely. And normally, you're not supposed to be in this room this early on, so that's why the doctor didn't even care that you're in here or like even touching him. So he just kind of like goes away.
Okay, so I called for 6 there. Yeah, I'm a bit slow here, so she's gonna sadly pull away
might
by
be
the time I
okay.
arrive. I'm pretty sure.
It's a good window. I think you'll still make it.
If you make the jump straight onto it, you might get it.
Barely.
That was like
Barely.
half the
Yeah.
time.
So that's like a race against the time. You want to be really fast, so you know the moment she pulls back this tray here, that you're like inside the tray. But
Yeah, you can make the cycle. It's just if you miss any jumps, you're
Yeah.
probably gonna miss it.
thank 6. You have another fun doctor part coming up.
We call it what? Butt skip version, whatever now.
Like 35.
Yeah, there's a lot of variance to this skip.
Yeah, it's called butt skip because you can look at the doctor's butt and he like moves his butt in a way that will signify you can move safely.
Yeah.
I didn't understand why we called it butt skip for the longest time until like I think Zyra messaged the emotes and I was like, that's what it is.
Yeah, I made an emote of the doctor's butt.
That's a good emote.
It's very good.
I still do like
Yeah,
an
so
older
with
version
specific
here, but
movement-
I think it's still fine.
Yeah, the doctor's confused now, and he's looking under the table, which will give her just enough time to go up here and get the fuse. And then after she gets the fuse, she's gonna wait for the butt.
I'm waiting for the button.
So pay attention to the butt, chat.
Yeah, for whatever reason, he just doesn't know that you're there. It's weird.
Okay, now I can run.
Nice. You're fine. I think you're good.
Okay, restart checkpoints. Oof, so many checkpoints.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a good.
that skip
That's a good
used to
skip.
be a lot harder.
Yeah. We've come a long way.
Yeah, I think.
with that. skip.
Yeah, that was probably the hardest skip for me. Like I could never get it right until we found the safety strat.
So here, if you're like in front of 6, she can boost you, but yeah, I failed.
Are you gonna turn on the thing or no?
Why am I gonna burn the doctor?
Yeah.
Of course.
You can do it without losing any time, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Actually, I think it's actually faster to turn it on even before you start moving to the elevator. Because there's a window. Yeah, because when you're waiting for Six to stop, like looking at the furnace, it's instant when you pull the lever.
Oh, actually, I think I remember seeing that you can reload here right when you go through the vent.
Oh, that's interesting.
I saw some dude post that a while ago. I don't know if anybody's using it, but I think it saves like 5 seconds.
Oh, also, it's faster if you pull back. If you pull it instead of pushing it. And I also learned that too, because he doesn't have that fall.
faster to pull?
Yeah, it's faster to pull the vent instead of pushing it.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Because people told me it was the opposite.
Yeah, because he has this weird animation, and you can immediately walk through the thing and immediately pull the lever. At least that's I felt like, because I was confused too when I revisited this game for the race. I was like, do I push or pull here? And then I decided to pull, and it felt way faster.
Fast drinking break. Uh-oh, losing time. Let's go. I was thirsty.
Oh, should have grabbed Six's hand.
Yeah.
It saves 2 seconds here to grab Six's
Yeah,
hand.
that's
I don't know if you
correct.
guys knew that.
2 seconds and pure cuteness.
Yes.
Yeah, because she gets like stuck behind the door. It's really silly. Six, where are you? Oh, there you are. Why are Mono's hands all the way up the window?
He doesn't understand until he sees Six do it. He's like, I'm too dumb for this.
Yeah, that's why the thing happens at the end.
Well, now my favorite chapter is coming up. The TV world is my favorite for the entire run. I love the skips in the TV world. Because they remind me a lot of like Little Nightmares 1, like, I know, like difficulty-wise and tech-wise. So, it's like very focused on platforming, the TV world.
Yeah, I don't think we mentioned this, but this game consists of 5 levels. And now we are in the 4th level, which is Hell City.
Who's me?
And you'll notice these creepy people.
Sir?
Yeah, do these people have a name? I can't remember.
I
That
think
guy
they're
was
called
called
Paleface.
George.
No?
Restart checkpoint
We're gonna
here.
name every single human like we're doing with the gnomes now.
That's Jorge.
Trisha?
Alright. Who's me? Who's me? Thank you. And now we're coming up at the elevator part.
Alright, hold in 1. Yes?
Yeah, I've had that sometimes.
Go.
I'll try. So I'm gonna try and
I
jump
hope one day
into the
this
gap.
part is figured out.
Did anybody figure this part out when we were like discussing it last time?
No. It's just too...
Oh,
Let's
let's
go.
You guys
go!
have
One.
Insane.
That's probably one of the most satisfying
Yeah,
things to do in the run.
definitely.
Just the hole in 1 is great.
Okay, now I need to rescue Six. Grab the key here.
I was so stuck on this level during my first playthrough. I just did not understand what to do here. I thought she was broken for me. Like, she wasn't moving.
She can break.
But like, it was weird because I thought like I was supposed to hold her hand, and every time I tried to go on the right side over there, she like just stopped holding my hand, and I was like, what's going on? She doesn't like me anymore. What did I do?
Yeah, I had a run where she, right as I unlocked the door, she fell through the elevator and just was gone forever.
Yeah, I got soft blocked 2 times in a row there. She just wouldn't move. She just stood in place.
Yeah. Another skip coming up here, the hangar skip. This is actually a really cool one. 2 little platforming jumps back to back.
Yeah, I do like the baby version of this. Do not judge me. Okay.
Ooh.
That's the marathon safe version. So basically, you skip the part where like Styx helps you up, and then you know you like use the handle there for the clothes hanger to bring her to the other side. You just jump to the other side and you like trigger the checkpoints. Yeah, and then you just reload checkpoints and you're on the other side. So, pretty cool skip.
Yep. Normally you have to have 6 go to the other side, and then you do like a glory jump. She saves you.
I always have difficulty jumping through the window here because like Mono tends to face the other way sometimes. Oh, there you go. Like as you're like too close to the wall and he's like, he just decides not to look at the gap. Here we have another checkpoint. Abused. So 6 is now with us, otherwise we have to wait for her. There's a run for her.
No, 6, no.
Oh, we're going for
was
bad ending, so
devastated.
I'm just gonna leave her there.
I think
She's
I think
fine.
you mean
Yeah,
good
she's fine.
ending.
Yeah, this
How
part
dare you.
always makes me sad, even though
How dare you?
You
Use
can
a
skip
super
the
jump?
checkpoint reload to show them what happens.
Well, like here?
You just watch the whole
when
thing
you
essentially,
open the
yeah.
door. Yeah, if you don't
Yeah,
reload,
good
then
idea.
So for context, normally what's supposed to happen is 6 is supposed to be with you here, and then you lose 6 subsequently. But we don't have 6 because Larxa did a glitch to not save her, so 6 is still in the wall. So what happens next is gonna be kind of I think it's funny. And probably good.
I'm hurt by these comments.
They're
what did
accurate.
6 do to you?
I mean,
love
she ate the
6.
gnome. She's bad. She's not good people.
She hugged the gnome.
Yeah, it was just a hug.
With her teeth.
So,
Ooh, creepy. Who's that? The Thin Man.
this is how I view every person that's taller than me.
Scary.
Hello, thin man.
Yeah, normally 6 is here with us, so this is like very unusual.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this actually.
Run, 6, run! Where is she?
I wonder if you run back to the rubble if she's still there.
She'll follow you.
wait, can you save her
Yeah.
while the Thin Man's
Yeah, watch.
coming after you?
Larxa, you have plenty of time in the estimate at that time if needed. After this is done, go get 6.
Alright.
Because normally right now, 6
Yeah.
is supposed to get kidnapped. You can see, oh, 6 is gone. She will disappear
Terrible hiding
after the
spot.
thing happens, though. But like through this area, you can drag her all around.
Really? I can go grab 6?
Yeah, go get her.
Is she still there?
Oh yeah.
Her model's still there. Yeah.
Alright, let's see. Wait, is it here? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Hey!
Yay! 6.
What happens if you save her?
Oh,
This is the good ending
you can
chat.
walk around with her.
Pull her right through the head. Oh, there you go. Okay. I was
That's
confused.
the weirdest thing ever. But yeah, she's supposed to be yeah, like dead actually, or non-existent.
Well, we saved
let's
6.
say.
We can call time.
Yeah. Oh.
Not
Good ending.
actually,
Good
but
ending. I like it.
Well, yeah, this is the third ending. The 6th
Imagine
imposter
that actually
ending.
becomes a category.
I would make that into a category, and I'll be so happy.
Or there's a good run ending, like the Last of Us 2. You just throw 6 off the edge.
I was actually curious where the earliest you could make 6 fall off the ledge is, but it's really hard to do it in certain places.
Didn't you technically just hold her hand until you walk off the cliff?
No, because she'll let go. But there's
Aw.
certain places you can make her fall off by like dragging her really fast, and she'll like fly off the ledge.
Jeez. That's good.
Brutal.
Right.
Yeah, so this next area is just a bunch of puzzles that she has to like figure out and get through them.
Bunch of teleportation. Yeah, Mono has these weird TV powers. You can like teleport through the TVs and stuff. I don't know why, I'm always like scared here. I feel like it's easy to fall off, yet I never fall off.
Yeah, I've never fallen there, but I'm always scared.
Right?
I think we're conditioned because the Little Nightmares won.
I think I've fallen there 2 times.
So I got a remote now, and this is like kind of like a puzzle in your first playthrough. You have to like turn on TVs, turn off TVs until, you know, you find your way through, basically. Here we're gonna pull this trolley, and then we're gonna turn on the TV over there. Gonna pull this like halfway-ish. Right, go back through the TV. You know, I sometimes miss that jump, and it's like horrible.
Oh yeah, it's so
Yeah.
bad. So then you gotta go all the way through the tunnel and back up.
Oh my
Oh my
goodness,
God.
no!
I was always afraid that one plank that sticks out there, you can't grab it because the devs didn't want you to skip that part. So they specifically made it so you couldn't grab that plank.
Oh. I have literally...
So that just
oh,
screwed
wait,
you
I can,
over
I can say
because
the
of
thing
that.
again. I've never seen that happen before.
Yeah. I was wondering if that would ever happen.
I've never seen that happen.
Jinxed.
Gotta have one of those moments. Otherwise it's a fake run. Okay, there's another tedious skip coming up.
Yep, balcony skip.
Yeah. So normally you like lure her away from the TV, and then you turn on this TV, and then you go back to the TV she was at, and yeah, so you just teleport. Nice. First try.
First
Oh,
try.
nice.
Let's go.
Nice.
Yeah, we just skipped that.
It's a pretty difficult skip.
Alright. So we turn on this TV, turn off that TV, run past them carefully, turn on this TV. Hello? Sometimes, okay, because
Yeah.
I once turned this TV on and the other TV was turned off. It was the weirdest thing ever. Like, I somehow did that. Oh no!
Yeah, the remote is very finicky. You can only press the button like once every few seconds to turn it on or off. So if you're not aiming at the TV when you press it, it can get kind of confusing.
Yeah, and when you're running and you press the button to turn on the TV, somehow it doesn't register. So you see Mono pushing the button, but it doesn't actually do anything. It's really weird.
Are you gonna go for the skip here?
No, I'm afraid not. But maybe
Have
someone
you-
can
have you
explain the
tried it?
skip. There's like an incredible skip here, but I cannot do it. It's like the hardest thing ever.
Yeah, it's so basically the normal way is to turn on both the TVs. You push the one on the ledge here down, and then you go through the other one. But you can land on like the window sill that's down below, and then you can do a specific jump to get into where she's getting launched right now. It saves like 15 seconds, but it's very punishing to mess up. Very precise as well.
Yeah, it's a really cool skip, but I practiced it. Really stressful.
Yeah, it's really precise because you can bonk off of the window top, and it just pushes you all the way down.
Yeah, you can even land on the ledge and then just fall afterwards. Yeah, it's a pain, giant pain.
So now there's a new-ish skip coming up. This is found not too long ago. You can just clip
Yeah,
through
this
the
skip's awesome.
elevator.
This is like one of the probably my like least favorite parts of the run because you're just riding an elevator up and down. So at least there's a skip now.
Oh, I don't know about this one.
Oh, you don't?
Unless I do? I don't
No, you
think I
must
do.
not. Yeah.
Yeah, this
Here
skip's
we
so
go,
cool.
Kenny.
Okay, stand against. Oh. Okay. Hold grab. Wait for the elevator to disappear. Jump. There you go.
Nice.
What?
What? Kenny's like, what? What is this devil magic?
What?
It just goes to the
But
bars.
I thought there was an invisible wall. Does it
Yeah,
not
you're
matter?
like grabbing the ground and like clipping through somehow.
What? All right, now I got to do another run of this. I'm
Yeah,
so
so many new strats for there's new strats for Little Nightmares 1 as well. It's awesome.
This room was a nightmare before we found this particular skip that Vox had just performed.
Yeah, there used to be the hardest skip in the game right there. You had to jump off the chair to get to the doorknob, but now you can just do like a stand against the wall and jump.
I hated chair jumps so much.
It was insanely difficult.
Oh.
Like for some reason, like Mono just doesn't want to touch the doorknob ever, so it was really
Yeah.
finicky.
I probably got it 3 times out of like 200 attempts.
Oh, nice.
Good job.
And that's a huge skip. It saves actually like a minute maybe.
Yeah,
It's
I think
very precise
closer to like a minute
platforming,
and
but
15.
very doable. I used to die there so much. Okay, turn this TV off. Turn on this TV. Don't get eaten by them. Okay, turn this TV off. Right. Always have to be careful there. Okay, now we just make our way through this without them chasing us, or with them chasing us rather.
That's something I didn't know either. I'm learning so much right now.
Yeah, there's actually a super jump you can do at the first table, so you have like a quick climb. But I always forget where that jump is exactly. Okay, now we are gonna see the Thin Man again.
Yeah, and this coming up here is one of those spots where you can die very easily because the wall is it's just if you jump against the wall, it's a mess. But luckily, you don't even have to jump, so she'll be fine.
Yeah, we figured it out. How to do this properly.
Yeah, his aggro range is pretty far, so if you're slow by like, I don't know, like a couple seconds, he can catch up to you and grab you.
Did you ever die here, Kenny, trying to jump against this?
Yeah, I have once, I think. It's actually kind of brutal.
Yeah, you can just walk up to it and grab it, so it's no problem. But I lost a few runs there before I realized.
We need to figure out a way to like zoom past this part here. We don't have to wait for him here.
You can walk diagonally in this part, and it saves like a second or two.
Yeah, I was trying
Not
it,
really
I nearly
sure how
fell
it
off.
works there. I don't know if you actually
can't.
fall.
I don't think you can't. I don't think you can. I think it's scripted where you are stuck on this thing. So even if you like move your analog stick up, it doesn't matter.
Alright, there's another small skip coming up, which makes me very nervous because you're getting like chased, but the skip itself is very simple. Yeah, it's just like the nerves, you know? So we're gonna try. Okay, I'm gonna stand in the corner here, turn around. Yes. Oh, come on. Faster,
You're
Mama,
fine.
faster.
Yeah.
No. Faster. No. No.
Oh my god!
Yes, I made it.
Nice, you got it,
That
you
was
got
a
it.
roller coaster of emotions. Goodness.
Yeah, it's really weird that that platform is like slightly higher where you can actually reach it. It's really weird.
And there's another skip
gonna go for
here
train skip?
where there's gonna be like a slow-mo effect, and you can like skip that. But it's also very precise, and I haven't practiced it, so I'm just gonna do it normally. So you see how
Some,
we're like
a
slowed
really
down?
fun fact.
Yeah, like you're slowed down here. If you skip that, you just run normally through here.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
skip the slowdown trigger, basically. The funny thing is, though, it saves 20 seconds real time, but the game time actually slows down with the slow-mo, so it saves nothing
Yeah.
to do this.
Yeah.
If you're
It just
going for,
makes it
like, a
faster.
leaderboard time.
But honestly, the slow motion feature is so annoying going through the train because like, if you're not paying attention, you can easily jump onto one of these chairs and you just
Yeah, I
you're just
died
stuck.
here so often. It's crazy.
Yeah, if you do the skip, Thin Man actually ends up being further behind, so if you mess up, you're not gonna die. So that is one benefit, I suppose.
Thin Man. Another checkpoint. There you go. Alright, we're at the final stretch of the game.
we're about to have an epic Matrix moment soon.
That's Styx's shadow right there. He's with us in spirit. So we're basically gonna climb up the ladder, insanely long ladder. Then reload checkpoints at the very top of it, and then we have like a fight with Thin Man, which is kind of similar to the Little Nightmares 1 geisha fight. It's pretty similar. Like you need to aim your hand towards his hand, so kind of like the mirror and the mask fight. Like a similar like that point here. This is definitely the slowest part of the run. This is like where I kind of start to fall asleep.
Well, for right now, while you're just killing the Thin Man here, do you have any shout-outs you want to give? I feel like right now is probably a good time for that.
Shoutouts?
Yeah.
I have so many.
Well, you have time.
Nah, I'm kidding. I mean, I don't know. I just want to like shout out GDQ and like, I'm very thankful or like grateful for this opportunity. This is like my very first run at an event, so I was pretty nervous. I mean, I'm still very nervous.
You've been doing great.
Then shout out to like, you know, my commentators. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you. And of course, you can't forget the chat. Everyone that's watching, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Oh, I forgot some people. The Little Nightmares community, they're awesome, dude. Yeah, they're great. I've learned a lot, and the community is so welcoming, so if anyone wants to run Little Nightmares 1 or 2, I highly suggest joining the Discord. Like, people will help you gladly. Yeah.
Alright.
Very good, the Thin Man is down. And our hat is gone. That's like the worst part. No more hats from here on out.
Music here is so epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
it.
this part is really cool. Now, you may think that the game ends here, but you're wrong. There's more.
Oh wait, there's
There's
more.
more.
What's really funny is if you jump right before the trigger happens for that door, you can see Mono just floating through.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you just float in there.
Oh. I never realized that. So we're basically
Funny
going
enough, I have a setup
into
for it.
like the TV, or like the yeah, we're like inside the TV, right? Now we're gonna enter a mate.
Yeah, so this part, you guys might not be able to tell. I'm not sure how good the audio is, but these doors there's like a constant music playing in the background, and when you're next to the correct door, the music gets louder. So that's how you figure out where to go. It's not just like random. There is a method to the madness here.
Thank goodness these doors weren't randomized, because
Oh yeah,
it would be such a pain in the butt to have to do this random.
wouldn't really be a fun gameplay
Yeah.
mechanic either.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I brute forced the first room. I didn't know the mechanic. I just ended up in the room after like 20 minutes. I was like, oh, there we go.
Do you play with headphones?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
Imagine
didn't
this
pay
first without
attention to the music,
headphones.
you know?
Yeah, gotcha.
Imagine not playing with headphones. Oh wait, that's me. Oops.
I know, I played this first time with the headphones and I was like, where is this? How do I figure this out?
Yeah, I had my chat help me. They always help me when it's like audio related stuff.
Yeah, I was just mauling the whole time. I had to use the visual cue because he kind of slows down before you go in the door.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, normally you're supposed to
I
push
didn't
that plank down, so then it sets up for you to be able to cross it, but you can actually just jump across. It's
Yeah,
pretty-
so just
pretty
jump
easy.
across casually. Okay, so we're gonna meet someone familiar here. What? 6.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
she's all distorted now.
What big hands you have.
man. Her arm is just so creepy.
I know.
You have to be careful here because if we touch her foot, we're dead.
Dude, I touched her foot during the race. I was so sad. Didn't even know that was a thing. I was like, what?
Oh yeah, cool lore thing. The music box that she's protecting is a music box you see in the beginning when you save her at the start of the game.
Are you gonna save the bull?
And I need to run away. Don't do it, Six. Don't do it. I also do like an extra jump here, but it's like kind of scary.
I've died there a few times.
Yeah,
when I used to
that's
just
why I
bam
don't do
jump.
that.
It's really scary.
There's a quick time save here as
Why
well.
not?
We can stand in the corner the moment she turns towards us. Like now, we can just stand in the corner and wait.
You can actually jump through the door as it goes down, believe it or not. It's really, really precise though. And if you die, you have to do it all over again.
Oh, there's gonna be like a series of battle fights here, where you have to like axe her toy. Normally you're supposed to manipulate the portals to kind of position her in a way so you can reach it, because she would just whack you if not. But if you scream at the right specific times, you can actually just do it in one cycle. You actually never have to go through a portal.
Yeah, we also reload checkpoints the moment we hit the music box with the axe to save like, what is it, like 3 seconds or something? It's like very,
Yeah, it's only like a second or two per reload.
yeah, it's like very minimal. Checkpoints, that's
Nice.
the last checkpoints. And here I'm gonna go to the left instead of the right. I'm not even sure if it matters, it's just what I like always see in the runs.
Oh, it does.
Oh, okay.
It matters a lot. If you go to the left on the first one, you lose like 15 or like 10 seconds.
That's a lot.
It's really bad. All right, looks good.
There you go.
Good final hit.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
That one, if you oh, go ahead.
yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that last part is very like risky because if you're not fast enough or you shout for her a bit too late or too early, she's just gonna kill you.
Yeah, she'll fist slam you.
I love this stare down that she does later. So cool.
Yeah, up next is probably my favorite part of the game.
Same.
Alright, we're up at the last sequence where we're gonna get chased, and if you're really fast, you can basically like Six will start glitching out. I'll see if I can get it.
Yeah.
It's easy to die.
She doesn't know
though,
what
but
to do with herself.
we'll be fine.
I have heard that if you glitch her out too bad, she just won't spawn at the
Yeah,
end,
I've
but
heard that
I've
too.
yet to see it.
Bit slow.
Yeah, so if you're really fast here, you can basically get ahead of Six, and she just doesn't know what to do, so she'll just keep falling
Yeah.
into the big eyeball blob thing.
There anymore?
Yeah, she gives up. And then she teleports here anyways.
Oh, cheater. This little walk here is always so scary because you feel like you're gonna fall every time.
Yeah.
gonna go fall down? Or is she gonna save us, maybe?
My favorite
She'll
part
save
right
Yeah,
here.
I hope she'll save
Yeah.
us.
Maybe.
My favorite part.
Damn.
Oh,
Yes.
Lovely.
How long live the king?
So, you guys, chat missed it, but there's a lot of moments in the game where you have to do that long jump and she grabs you. And generally, there was like 2 or 3 different instances where that happens and she pulls you up. But of course, this scene kind of like betrays you. It's
Yeah.
like you expected a pull, but you didn't. She drops you.
Yeah, and there's like a ton of theories why she doesn't save you there, like a ton.
Yeah. Like I mentioned before, like you have to watch some of the lores because it's so good.
Yeah.
So many interesting theories and stuff.
This is also an interesting skip. We're gonna spawn the last, like, the game ends when you find like a chair on like a small hill, but we can actually spawn it in early. If I get it here. Oh,
Yeah,
I
the
was
way
too
it
fast.
works is that
maybe I can try again.
it spawns based on it spawns based on how many screen transitions you do, I believe, or like you need to like go far enough to the left so it thinks you're in a new area, and then you go back to the right, and it'll just spawn right away.
Time is coming up, by the way.
The,
3 jumps.
Yep, time will be when she sits on the chair
Oh, there you go.
or stands
There
on it.
is. It's just the mountain of
And
flesh.
time! I always wanted to say
Yay.
that.
125 RTA is not bad for this. It's like what, about probably a 123, 122.
Yeah, and she went for the 6 stuff as well.
Yeah, and all that time
good.
on the shoe skip.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that shoe
Oh,
skip.
don't remind me, that was horrible.
Hey,
We'll
but
watch
this
the
skip was
ending
first
though.
try.
We'll watch the
Let's
ending
go.
here.
Yeah, I have secret ending unlocked. Maybe we can watch that.
We can watch that too. Yeah, we have plenty of time. You went 10 minutes underestimate.
Oh, nice.
So we'll clap. Let's
Yeah,
enjoy
that
the
was
ending.
really smooth. That was like most of the skip's first
Yeah.
try.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't have to do any safety saves.
Yeah,
good.
that's always good.
Chat, I want to know who Mono's tailor is because my goodness.
Yeah, here you see Mono slowly turning into someone.
It's a growth spurt.
Like in your first playthrough, this part is like, oh, you know, like mind blowing. Like, what?
How does his clothes just keep growing? What is going on?
He found the old thin man's wardrobe. Just laying down there.
In the
It's
eyes.
like, oh,
Yeah.
I like how they just had
Yeah.
clothing for every age just in front of the chairs. All right, got to put on the clothes, get back in the chair.
then the hat, just out of blue.
Yeah, I
nowhere.
like this hat.
Well, his head was finally big enough.
What a nice hat. Yeah, here you can see that Mono grew into the Thin Man. So, it's a bit of a cycle.
It's a nightmare cycle.
A Little Nightmares 2 cycle.
Is it too late to leave?
After this part, we have the secret ending.
Yeah, the secret ending's really cool.
It honestly like ties everything together.
Yeah.
When does it play? After the credits?
Mm,
After this.
yeah, just
I played that
this
right
part.
after this.
Oh, it's after this. Okay.
You get all the you get the secret ending if you collect glitches in the world. So instead of like gnomes in Little Nightmares 1, here it's like glitches. which is like remnants of like the school bullies and stuff. I think it's remnants of the school bullies, right?
Yeah, they're like ghostly apparition things you can find around the map.
Yeah, this here is a secret ending, and down there is a pamphlet to the Maw. Supposedly.
Place that I was in earlier.
I like her shadow here, it's really cool. That's Shadow 6.
Yeah. If you guys were paying attention in the first game, when 6 hugs the last gnome, you could see Shadow 6 on the table.
Yeah, there's also
Actually,
two more instances where you see Shadow 6. Every time you eat, basically, you see Shadow 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Then I didn't pay attention. My God.
Yep, every single one of the times you eat, you'll see it. You just have to look, know where to look. I want to say it's on the box for the first one, and then it's on the stairs.
Yeah.
And then it's on like above on the little top, and then it's up above. Anyway, that's Little Nightmares 2. Pretty good run. So Larksa, people want to check you out on Twitch. Where can they find you?
Well, all my social media is just Larksa, same like my Twitch name, Larxa, Larksa. I speedrun quite a few games, but speedrunning is not my main thing. I usually play like variety games, casually, with speedrunning on the side.
Alright. That's a pretty good Little Nightmares 2 run. It's pretty good games in general. Before we head on off for the night, anyone want to add anything else?
Man, I'm tired. It's 7:30 a.m. right now. I'm gonna eat breakfast.
That's a very good plan. That
Yeah.
is... Yeah, I know, like, I think you, as well as Rodney and a few other people are more European-centric, so get food.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, that being said, that pretty much wraps up today's Little Nightmares showcase. It was a pretty fun series of games to show off. Pretty fun series of runs as well. I'm still surprised you got Hunter Skip first try.
Yeah. Oof. I'm
That
really
was
happy,
absolutely
man.
wild. Having said that, I want to thank you all for, the Larksa Distortion, Zyra, Kenny, I want to thank you for being here.
Yeah. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, I want to
you.
thank
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, it was a good time. I want to thank all today's runners and you, chat. Thank you for watching today's show. We will be back in a couple of weeks with another fun game theme. But for now, this has been Speedruns from the Crypt. We're going to be finding someone to go to in Raid. Before we do go, though, if you want to watch more Hotfix shows or just want to have more information, all information for the GDU Hotfix shows can be found at gamesdonequick.com/hotfix. I've been your host, Dick Dices. If you like me, come check me out sometime. Other than that, have a great rest of the night and stay spooky.